And so, yeah, he's like,
It
so
can't be
why
that
don't
bad.
you just wear a tampon? And I'm like, oh, yes. Why hadn't I thought of that?
Yes.
Oh, wait, I did for a minute. So then Allie's over there like, toxic shock syndrome. So he's rolling his eyes, which I'm like, I'm not even not wearing them because of toxic shock.
No.
I said, let me tell you about tampons.
Tell you about the tampons.
They immediately make your cramps a bajillion times worse.
Yes. So much worse.
Somehow the stuff just goes
around.
it. So then it's like, what's the point?
You have to wear a pad also in case you leak out the.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
you pee once and the string is wet.
Yep,
so then you walk around.
Nursing home. You smell like pee.
You walk around with pee string.
Yeah. Gross.
Or if you pee and you're not ready to change it, you might as well rip out your whole cervix.
Correct.
Because that's what it feels like.
Are we going?
Oh, we're going? We're rolling.
Welcome to the world's okayest podcast.
AKA
Scissors Sisters. We do hair, so hence the scissoring.
I feel like people think we're very unfriendly. Is it our faces?
Books,
Movies.
hair,
Dudes.
songs,
Kids.
mom stuff.
This is what it's like to spend a day with us.
This is us.
All day. We're just raw dogging this thing.
I had a warrant out for my arrest.
I can't. You just called me a meth addict.
Suck my anxiety out of my body. Honest to God.
Let me just put that on silent. Hi.
Episode
15?
Woo!
Is it 15?
15, possibly. 14,
I'm breaking the fourth
maybe?
wall and asking you, is it 15? Okay. Welcome to Scissor Sisters Podcast, episode
Please
15.
Like, follow, and subscribe.
Follow and subscribe. Yeah. Oh. Good idea.
Let's just jump straight into the book, shall we?
Yeah, okay. Rose Gold, Darling. No, Darling Rose Gold, my bad. I
Yes.
always pronounce
You
it
did.
wrong.
Stephanie Roble.
Yes.
So
It's been a minute since we've read this
It
one
has.
also.
I did not rate it very good stars.
I didn't either. Why are we reviewing this book?
Well, because don't just review the ones we
Good
love.
books.
Someone
Okay.
out there may love it. I
That's
like
true.
this one because it is based off of
Gypsy Rose.
Gypsy Rose.
But it's not exactly the same. It's not like a total retelling. There's details
Correct,
that are
yeah.
different.
It's
There's
like
different little twists.
basically that story retold. For
Yes.
instance, her mom, she does not
die.
Her mom.
Right.
She goes to prison, and then her mom gets out of prison and moves in with her.
Yeah. And kind of has to reintegrate into the small town where everyone knows what happened.
Yes. And I made a couple little notes here, but
Oh, you did?
my note app is playing an ad, so
Your note app plays an ad?
yeah, lately it's been littered with ads, and it wants me to pay $9.99.
Just your notes?
No.
Oh, you have a fancy notes app? Oh, yeah,
a different note app, and it
I don't have
wants
that.
me to pay $9.99 to get rid of the ads, and I'm about ready to do it
Gonna
because
sacrifice
every
the
time
$10
I open the app, it's
while you're adding, I don't think I rated it super well. It was a quick read.
It was,
and it did hold my interest.
Same.
It was a little lackluster, I would say.
and here we go. I gave it 3 stars, 3 out of 5.
I was gonna go look and
Is it
see.
5 or 4?
It's out of 5
Okay.
on good. If
3 out of 5.
If you're talking about
Yep.
Goodreads,
It's a mystery thriller fiction,
yes,
and I would give it.
I gave it 3.
Same.
Yeah,
Trigger warnings. There's some. I mean, obviously, there's some drugging of children
oh yeah,
in it.
Munchausen's by proxy. If you know anything about Gypsy
If you
the Gypsy
don't,
Rose story,
I would like to know where your rock is located that you live
yeah,
under.
that you've been under. Same.
It's told from both viewpoints.
Yes.
Gypsies
Yes.
and the mom.
Yeah. Patty.
And it's a revenge story, and I think that's what we picked it for. Maybe was the theme was a revenge story. Maybe not.
Yeah.
I found neither one of them very likable.
Me either.
At all.
I did not like either of them either, which I mean is fitting because in real life,
right?
I don't.
Well, I mean, I kind of like her. All right, in real life,
I mean, I have empathy for what she went through, and I can understand why she did it. I think the way she's conducted herself after prison is a little bit crazy to me.
I agree, but again, you have to continue to have the empathy because she's never had a
normal.
No.
I mean, you're right.
And her 30-something is equivalent to like a 20-something.
That's true. So, I guess I don't. I mean, I shouldn't judge because I don't know how I would react.
I know I'd probably be crazy as well.
I mean, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would call her likable in real life.
Did you watch her Lifetime thing that's like followed her? It had like all of her interviews during prison, and then like one episode was like when she got out.
I don't know if I did or not.
Yeah.
I mean, I've watched a bunch of stuff because if you're not from here and and you're watching and you don't know, this happened here,
right? Yeah.
So like, I feel like it was everywhere.
I don't know. I just kind of like her. I just kind of feel for her.
She's a little cray.
I mean, yes, as well. Also,
and that guy she married and has now divorced, it does look just like her mom. It made me a little bit like
it's a little strange. I mean, I'm not saying like I want to be friends with her and hang out with her. I'm just saying I don't dislike her.
I don't dislike her. I just
she's
don't.
likable.
Okay.
In the book,
I'll give
the girl in the book.
The girl in the book, not so
likable.
much.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah. So anyways,
And,
I mean,
the mom.
if you want to read a story that's loosely based off of that with an alternate ending,
yeah.
but from real life,
Yeah.
read it.
I mean, it wasn't bad.
No.
It just wasn't up there.
No,
Like,
that's why
would
I
I
gave it 3 out of
recommend
5.
it for a quick read
Yeah.
if you like, true crimey, mystery,
thriller.
go for it.
Yeah, give it a whirl, man.
Am I going to, rant about this book for years? No.
We pulled this one out of the depths of Goodreads, and
We
was
did.
like,
It was a weird one.
let's review this one.
I am reading a book right now that I love, though. It's not the book club book.
Sorry, you're supposed to be.
I know.
What are you doing?
Not reading the book. I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the mood. Not in the mood for
for
I don't
what?
know. I don't know.
An 80s.
Yeah, I just wanted
summer.
to. I'll read it. I have 2 weeks or a week. Anyways, this one is Lovely Bad Things by Trisha Wolfe.
Is that the one I bought?
No, you
that's
bought
the one I
her
thought
Soul
I
to
bought.
Take, and
That's
I
the
was
one I
like,
thought
what
I
are you
bought.
doing?
The covers
You don't
are so
like
similar.
those
I thought
books.
whatever.
No.
We'll see. I have 3 books lined up waiting to read.
I know.
But
what
I'm
book are you taking on our little trippity trip?
I'm taking the one that I am reading, and it's the one that looks like a VHS tape.
Oh, yeah.
Home is where the bodies are.
I've seen that one all over TikTok. I want to read it. I want to get it too. I don't know what I'm taking because I think I might finish the one I'm reading before we leave, and then I'll just read the book club book.
So we have spray tans tonight. It's Monday, Memorial Day.
Happy Memorial Day! Thank you to our servicemen.
Yes. Oh wait,
What?
it's Monday. Spray tans. Oh, tomorrow's Tuesday, and then we
Yes,
leave.
we
butt
leave.
Crack of dawn Wednesday.
Yes.
So when
I've
you
already
hear us
warned my
talk about
family. I'm
leaving,
on.
trip mode, vacation mode, blah blah blah. That's why. 'Cause
I'm already on vacation.
Yeah.
In my brain.
Yeah, same.
Vacation has started.
mentally. I'm waiting at the airport for my plane.
Yes. Mentally,
And
I'm in our rental car in Orlando.
Mentally, I'm half packed for our trip.
Physically, I've done nothing.
Go figure.
I actually said, I really need, tonight after my spray tan, I need to go home and start dragging stuff out.
This, I kind of need to go to Walmart and get, a couple things. I need some sunscreen.
I already did that. You'll be proud. I know.
What?
I know. I was there and I was like in the little travel size section. So I got like all
I'll
my
be
little...
proud if it makes it
to Florida.
Yeah. What'd you get?
Well, I have this weird thing about packing a toothbrush. So I always get the like little travel zip ups and then I just chuck it in the hotel room.
Oh.
Why, you ask? I don't know.
Okay.
I just don't like to like cart my
I don't really
toothbrush,
either, but I've got
like
an
my
electric toothbrush.
I do too. That's why I think I don't like to cart it around. But you have braces, so I feel like you...
I have to have an arsenal of teeth things when I...
And I got my little thing of mouthwash, little thing of body wash, like we're going to shower.
We won't shower. we won't.
No.
Oh, God.
I don't know. It depends on how sweaty we get by day 3.
I don't
know. We won't.
We're not.
I like to tell myself that
We
I
have
will.
a hotel pool. Like,
Oh, yeah, that's clean enough.
Yeah.
That's probably cleaner. Let that
Probably.
chlorine eat the chaos off my body.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Why bother washing the chaos when you're going to just chaos? I may shower my vacation body the night before.
That's what I was
we
getting
go
ready
home.
to
Yeah,
say. Like,
maybe.
I might wash my butt before we go home because gross. It's like sweat all for 3 days.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Like,
Okay.
I am gross. Like, we're gross. I don't deny it, but I'm not that gross. I mean, sometimes I am.
You know what's real crazy though is like I use like hippie deodorant. You half the time forget the deodorant. We don't shower like normal humans. I will go 11 days without washing my hair.
Oh, me too. My hair is... Look at my rotten hair right now.
But how come people are always like, "Oh, you smell really good." And then
Same.
I go in Walmart and I go down an aisle that people have just been down and I'm like, it smells like an
vagina.
actual rotting, stinky butthole.
I don't know.
And pits and butt. And
Maybe we just don't know that we smell. No, because
No.
people tell us all the time.
we're like in people's bubble, like doing their
That's
hair.
true.
And
I know. Well, we both wear patchouli, and
that'll cover anything.
That's true. My angel perfume, it has patchouli undertones, so we always smell like that, like a hippie.
Yes. Yeah.
But I don't know because like we're kind of gross. Sorry, not
yeah.
sorry.
I'm not. It's okay. I'm clean today. I'm like, this is the cleanest I get. I washed my hair this morning. I took a bath last night.
I took a bath last night. My hair is unwashed and dirty. It's dry shampooed, but you're coloring my hair tomorrow really quick.
And we're putting my extensions in tomorrow, which is the only reason I washed my hair.
So, yeah.
Because it has to be clean.
I don't know. People are gross.
Yeah. But I'm like,
we're
how
not that
gross do you have to be to leave that stank trail?
I don't know.
Because I'm like, we can be pretty gross.
We can be
and
pretty gross.
It doesn't leave a fume, a chemtrail. All right. Anyways, now that Courtney's
moving
told
on.
the world that we don't really shower, it's all right. Whatever.
I said I wash my butt and like
same.
my armpits.
I wash my face a lot.
I wash my face twice a day. My
right?
face is the cleanest orifice on my body.
Same.
Orifice?
Same.
Is that the
I
right
don't-
word?
probably
Or is that
not.
like a
That's
hole?
a hole.
Shit. Just we're gonna have to just discard this episode
Can we start
altogether.
over?
We've
All
made a
right.
terrible mistake.
Okay. Where are we going now?
I don't know. I have.
Well, I will say, I called my husband Harrison Butker yesterday.
You know, I have that on my list. Not that you called him Harrison Butker, but the subject matter in which you were arguing about.
I think his feelings were legitimately hurt.
I mean, I don't blame
I'm
him,
like,
but also, like, you had it coming.
Let me tell you what we were talking about.
Go for it.
For me to call him that.
I'm listening. I mean, I know. Tell the viewers
We
at
were
home.
arguing about the comfort level of tampons. Swallow it. Because, like, I'm sorry. Are you literally a man with never a period ever and gonna be like, why don't you just wear tampons? Like they're so much better.
I have nothing nice to say.
I don't either. I tried to tell him, okay, so like this is gonna be TMI. Like it is.
It's really not though.
Well, that's what I'm
All
like.
the men on YouTube
what?
that we piss off.
Yeah.
Listen to the shit we have to deal
there
with.
in a second?
Yes. Let me make sure that's not my children. It's not.
Is it motion detected at your
No.
front door?
It's
I don't care.
I don't care
I
either.
don't care what it is. So I am like, the comfort level down there is a
nil.
negative 10.
Yes.
100.
Yes.
And I'm like trying to tell him, like, it would be the equivalent. I'm like, you know how you feel when because we were at the lake. So he comes in his wet boxers or wet trunks and he's like gonna change. And so I'm like, it is the equivalent. Like, imagine how you feel in those wet boxers riding all up in your shit.
Just
Now
chafing.
imagine wearing that for 7 days.
Yeah. Not the same one. We do clean that area.
Yes, yeah, but still,
Yes.
it don't matter if you. That's what's so annoying. Is like you go clean, and it's still doing it. It's like
I know, and I'm like, why? It is 2024.
right?
We have like all the technology
Primitive
we could want,
fucking
and
options
we have
is what we have.
Yes, you can do
I
a
feel
tampon.
Amish
Yeah.
when it's period time.
Especially when you're our age, like after babies, mid-30s and up. I don't know what happens, but tampons no longer work.
Oh, I would like to just be excused from life during
yes,
that time.
we've had this
Yes.
conversation. I am all for, I still vote the period spas, but also like it should be, you should get the week off from life.
Yeah, because it all
It's
sucks.
terrible. And for any man who's like, suck it up, he has eat shit because
Like-
you have no idea.
Since it is 2024, can some female scientist out there
Yeah.
just create? No, I don't even want to fix our problem. I just want to make it where they can experience it just a couple times.
One, yeah, just
for
a
a whole
couple
week.
times.
Like,
I
yeah.
agree. I agree.
And so, yeah, he's like,
It
"So
can't be
why
that
don't
bad."
You just wear a tampon. And I'm like, oh, yes. Why hadn't I thought of that?
Yes.
Oh, wait, I did for a minute. So then Allie's over there like toxic shock syndrome. So he's rolling his eyes, which I'm like, I'm not even not wearing them because of toxic shock.
No.
I said, let me tell you about tampons.
Tell you about the tampons.
They immediately make your cramps a bajillion times worse.
yes. So much
Somehow-
worse.
Somehow the stuff just goes
around.
it. So then it's like, what's the point?
You have to wear a pad also in case you
Yeah.
leak out the.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
You pee once and the string is wet, so then
nursing
you
home.
walk around.
nursing home, you smell like pee.
You walk around with pee string.
Yeah, gross.
Or if you pee and you're not ready to change it, you might
It's
as well
ripping
rip
out
out
your
your whole
innards.
cervix.
Correct.
Because
That's
that's
what
what it feels like.
Yep.
Took every ounce of tissue and
so then
shit
I'm
with
telling
it.
him all of this, and he's like, "So the thousands of women that do," and I'm like, "You know what? Why don't you start asking women like, how's that tampon feel?
Yeah.
Tell me how awesome that tampon is. Tell me
It's
why
super
tampons are so
comfortable.
great on your period because I can tell you, like, they're just dealing with it, like."
Yes, we're all suffering through. We do what we got to do, but not a single
he's like,
option is
I'm just trying
comfortable.
to say, if one's not working, then just like you try something else. Like I haven't tried that, but
Yeah.
I'm like, I
Like for
have.
40 years, we
Yeah.
haven't been trying
They
those
all
things.
suck, and I'm like, I've tried pads and tampons and cups and the underwear, and every single one of them
It's all
have
uncomfortable.
a shit list of why I hate them.
Especially when you're like in the middle, when it's
Yeah.
like everything's heavy, everything's shitty, your cramps, like it all sucks. Like
Yeah.
that's like towards the end, I can wear a tampon when I'm like, but again, I rip all my flesh out when I
Yeah.
But yeah, no, there are no good options. I don't have a solution.
No.
But I don't know if there is one.
And that's what he's
Except
like, well, and I'm like,
lay in a tub of water.
Like, I just want to bitch about the uncomfortableness of the area down there.
Yes.
And so I said, well, Harrison Butker, like,
Since you're the tampon expert.
since you know so much. And so then later he was like, will you please not call me Harrison Butker? And I'm like,
Well, will you please not mansplain women issues to me?
Right.
Thank you.
Correct. So moving right along, if you're still with us.
Speaking of a mansplaining.
You joined the Democratic Party this week, right?
Well,
Or at least you left the Republican
I left the Republican Party. No, not really.
Right.
I mean, but I am okay. Let me just try to
this week.
try to share my thoughts eloquently and not sound like, we posted a clip of about Harrison Butker where if you didn't watch, let me just condense it for you. He can have an opinion. We don't necessarily agree. We don't disagree totally. The IVF thing was weird. That's weird. We don't think he should be canceled. We don't care that much.
Right.
Have an opinion. We can disagree with your opinion, but whatevs.
Which we do some.
Yeah.
We don't some.
Yeah, we agreed. Oh, moms, yes, important.
Yeah.
Can't use IVF. But your life doesn't. Anyways, I'm not even going to go down that road.
Right.
So we were in the middle. We were neutral.
Yeah.
Said we didn't give a shit.
Right.
Harrison Butker.
Really
live your life.
expected to get
I expected to be hammered by
the
feminists.
Full-
Proclaimed, yes.
full hard
for
left
not
females
absolutely
for not,
denouncing
and
him.
for not being like, you're supposed to be on our side.
Yeah,
which
we are. But let me tell you,
It's not what happened, is
it's
it?
not what happened. The men came for us. We got called names. We got told to shut up and raise our kids. We got called twits, liberal, woke feminists. The list is this long of men losing their absolute minds in the comments. Not so much on TikTok. It was YouTube. I've discovered YouTube is so much worse than TikTok.
I have a theory about that.
You do?
Oh yeah. I think YouTube is where the how do I say it?
Just say it. We're done being nice.
Okay.
We've tried to be nice. It doesn't get us anywhere.
The far right lives.
I guess
It's where
maybe it
their
is.
news channels are.
Okay.
It's where they're making their videos from the basement about what's coming and what you
10
need
days
to
of
do.
darkness.
Yeah, that's where they live.
Well, I mean, we try not to be political, really.
Yeah, I don't
We've
wanna do
dipped
that.
our toes in some issues, but I have no desire to sit and argue politics
No.
with literally anyone.
And anyone, especially strangers watching our videos,
Yeah,
which is why
because-
we're not ever going political or
Yeah,
really
no.
religious because
No.
I don't, there's
we'll
crazies
mention
on
it.
both sides and that's not what we're here for.
No, but I do have to say this. I want this out in internet land because
Put it
I'm
out there.
so we don't always agree politically.
Correct.
But we're not it's not the end of the world.
No,
we've always
synced
find
up a
somewhere
little
in the
bit
middle.
more here,
We're always oh, I see your point.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I see how you got there. I
Yeah.
didn't know that was I didn't know that
Right.
happened, but
or I didn't think about it that way. And I guess if it were my kid, doing this or
Yes.
changing that, then
we always
Yeah.
because we're just talking, not psychotically
And-
being
and
on a
because
keyboard.
I feel like we have a pretty level, normal, open brain.
yes,
Unless we have a lump or a bruise, then it ain't normal.
no.
Okay.
But typically, I do fall in the middle a lot. Like I said, if I take one of those little fancy quizzes online, I always get libertarian. But I lean conservatively. I always have. So if you
Yeah.
want to come for me over that, boo-hoo about it somewhere else.
Yeah.
But I do. Like, I am more traditional and conservative for the most part.
I don't honestly know. I know I'm in the middle, but I also know when Disneyland was like, we're not going to say boys and girls anymore. We're going to say everyone have a good day or whatever. Like, they changed their...
Oh, I didn't know that.
It was a long time ago. But I'm like, okay, cool. Like, why not be more inclusive to everyone and anyone? And like, that's where I fall, where I'm like, I don't really care.
That's a whole can of worms. I don't give a shit that much about stuff like that anymore.
Yes,
that's the
I'm
least of our issues as a country.
You lean more conservative, I may lean more like,
yes,
and that's
shit.
Yeah. Like, let them do them, and I really don't care. And like, everyone deserves the rights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So after leaning more conservative, like my whole adult life,
and your family, like you were raised. Like,
yes. Now I'm not as like right wing as my family. I've like migrated with my own opinions to somewhere in the middle.
Up and
like I have issues that I'm not bending on, and I have issues that I'm like, it's
pretty gray area.
Really not that big of a deal. A lot of it is a gray area. My whole point to all of that, though, is after this week on social media, I am flabbergasted because for the last 10 years, I've heard from everyone on the right, the Democrats are a bunch of snowflake crybabies. Do you know the only people in our comment section, and I'm not even talking about just this video, they're the same men on TikTok and YouTube that for no apparent reason are like, your guys' hair is stupid. I'd rather eat a bullet than listen to you. You guys are dumb. What are you even talking about? Shut up.
You say like a lot.
You say like. They're all right-wing conservative white dudes. And do you know how I know? Because we have no following yet. We have 3,500 followers on TikTok. So you bet your ass if you comment something shitty, we're going to look at who you are.
We're going to find out where you live, what you do.
Yeah. We're going to dox
your dog's
you.
Name is.
Not really. But every single one of the men who's commented something shitty on anywhere, we have gone and looked, and they all have some asinine thing in their bio, like leftists are possessed.
Yeah, and their profile picture is like an eagle with a flag.
Yeah, with the Confederate flag or some bullshit. And I'm like, for me,
how's that make you feel?
I'm like,
that's your team.
I know, I'm not changing my personal views, but I sure as F don't want to be associated with those crazies.
I think the beginnings of that is kind of how I got.
I know.
Where I am.
And I really expected it to be the other side. I'm just being honest. Like, I don't want people to be mad at me, but I feel like the narrative from the right is, and there's extreme on both sides.
Correct.
Don't get me wrong. I don't agree with any of the really super left-wing people. Don't agree with the really super right-wing people.
Definitely.
But I'm like, of all the people who have left crappy comments, not even pertaining to anything relevant,
it's because, and why? It's because apparently it's like, I honestly feel like for them, it's not okay to be in the middle or to budge on anything. They want it all or you're not them.
Yeah,
and that's,
you're a woke feminist.
And I just feel like maybe the other side is a little more
okay. I mean, some of them clearly,
seems like it's been that way, anyways.
And I'm also like, what was I gonna say? I forgot. It's gone from my brain. Mm-hmm. Shit. Anyways, I just I guess for me, it's been an eye opener.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I know, my eyeballs have been opened to that already, and that's kind of where I ended up where I am.
Yeah. Well, and I'm I feel like the majority of people are in the middle on a lot of stuff. Yeah. But you can't say that out loud or you get roasted by both sides. Mm-hmm. So you got to pick a side, which is stupid.
I know. And I'm like, how come?
Oh, that's what I was going to say.
2024 and we don't have can we try a middle person for a president and just see? What do we got to lose?
Kennedy. It's Kennedy.
Well,
he won't win. Yeah. But I'm going to vote for him if he's like, I don't even know if he's running still, but I do love him.
I've not heard much. I've only heard about our current options.
Yeah. Can we just start this country over? Let's just start over and get, like, if you've been in politics your whole life, you're not allowed to do literally anything.
You're not allowed.
You're out.
Can we maybe even change the rules for who can run? Because, like, when was that created? Like
1776 when we signed the Declaration of Independence.
I think it's time.
I'm proud of myself for knowing that date.
Good job.
Anyways, yeah. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Was like, I feel like the right, like, I didn't know, but apparently, according to these people who are yelling at us, it's women having an opinion also. Like, I didn't realize the right was the party of, like, women need to, like, shut up, sit down, and, like, know your place.
Apparently so. It seems to be that
way. Or
way.
at least from the men who are commenting.
Right.
And they, like, on YouTube, they, like, they got threads going. Like, they're backing each other. Like, all these men, they were like, they ganged up on us. Which I'm like, it doesn't bother me on a personal level. Like, I didn't go home and cry about it.
I didn't cry about it. It did keep me up a little bit just because I'm like, why?
What?
Yeah.
I know. It shocked me.
Just like, if you were in a store and you heard us having the conversation we were having with each other, would they be like,
you guys are twits.
Yeah.
Shut up and raise your kids.
Yeah. And one guy was
they wouldn't say anything to our faces.
And one guy was like, well, when you're putting things out there as facts. And I'm like, what did we put out?
We literally said our opinion. We feel our thoughts. If you start a sentence with, like, I think,
just saying
that is an opinion statement, sir.
However, last week when we did bring up the Harrison Butker thing, that was before the nuns denounced his speech. And I'm just curious if those men are messaging the nuns and calling
to be
them
like,
twits.
You guys are twits and woke feminists.
They need to just shut up and pray to God.
No, they're probably, well, who knows? Those guys are crazy.
Yeah.
All of them.
Like, I'm pretty sure they were the ones at the Capitol that day.
Enough. Anyways, now that we said we wouldn't get political and then we got political.
Well,
yeah.
It's part of the world, man.
It is. I still won't argue with anybody about issues, but I will say
I don't want to because it's pointless if you're just okay, that's what it is. It's pointless if you do not have an open mind and if you are just diehard this side or diehard that side.
I know.
You can't talk to them.
And I'm like, no.
Because they are diehard for their party.
I know. You know who I love, if we're going to keep on the politics train, who I would have never in a million years thought these words would come out of my mouth, but Bill Maher. He is super left, but like
I don't know.
You don't know who Bill Maher is?
No,
you need to look at his
Bill Nye.
Bill Nye, the Science Guy. Bill Maher.
I mean, I do know that
He's
name.
Had like a talk show for 900 years.
I don't.
But
watch
let me tell you,
stuff,
it's this guy.
Like politics.
I don't either.
Okay, yeah, I know who that is.
He's left wing. I don't agree with everything he says.
Yeah.
Before I like.
Yeah, we don't agree with everything on either side.
No, but neither does he. And I like him because when the leftists are going cuckoo and like trying to fight for some cray, he's like, what are you guys doing? And he says it about the people on the right too. But I'm like, I don't care what political party you fall under. If you just admit when shit on your side is way out of whack.
Right.
Like,
I feel like that's where this got really yucky in our current time is because one side was not able to admit
I mean, I think it's been both sides for a while.
Yeah.
Like, there are still people who are like, Joe Biden. And I'm like, he doesn't know who or where he is. I'm not saying Trump's the answer. I'm not a Trumper, but I'm just saying like, it ain't Joe Biden either. Like he needs to go to a home and live out the rest of his years in peace. Honest to God, though. I like that one comedian girl on TikTok. She looks like Jim Carrey. Yes, she is my favorite.
I do like her too.
She will talk about, I mean, she's obviously like liberal.
Yeah.
But she will say things and be like, what are we doing with Joe Biden? Like this is elder abuse. And I'm like, she ain't wrong.
No,
she's not wrong.
I do like her videos.
I know.
too.
She's
funny.
hilarious. And she does look like Jim Carrey.
She does.
It's crazy.
It's sad.
I know.
I'm
She
glad
does like
my
shows
face.
now.
Oh,
She
really?
would be funny to go see. Yeah.
Oh, like stand up. Yeah.
Yes. Like comedy shows.
What I've on this week's episode of the dumb shit I end up watching on Reels and TikTok and cleaning cow hooves.
Oh, when they scrape that off with the cutters, so satisfying. I love it.
Disgusting.
It is, but there's something about it that I'm like, get in there.
Get that poor little cow's hooves
get that.
clean.
They do that with like horse hooves too, and they like knock the horseshoe off. Did you know I didn't know horseshoes were like a legitimate thing until TikTok?
What?
Like horseshoes have the horseshoes on their feet. I did not know that. I know. Don't look at me like that. Listen, I've never had horses. I didn't like horses growing up. I never wanted a horse. I'm not a farm girl.
My watching of the videos of them cleaning hooves was like, I remember being little. Anytime there was a horse getting shoed, I was out there watching because I was like, it was cool.
Yeah,
like popping the one off and cleaning it all out.
I love those
the new one
videos.
On
but I didn't know.
Yeah,
that. But I wasn't around horses growing up. I feel like you were like farmy. No?
I mean, yeah, it's weird because like I refuse to go outside now.
Yeah,
but
I was like different hick. I was like, my dad at, like 7 was like, here's a shotgun.
Yeah.
And you're going to sit by this tree and watch for deer in them woods. And then you shoot it. And he'd be like, I'm going to go to this field. Bye. Yeah. And I'd be like, okay.
I've never been gigging or hunting.
I can clean a fish better than any man. And I will we'll have a competition because I can fillet that sucker like a son of a bitch.
Yeah, no,
that was like I wasn't like farmy. I was just backwoods redneck.
Feeding baby cows, riding horses, doing all that, jumping off hay bales, like doing all that shit.
No, we didn't have farm stuff. I was the child that was like, I found this raccoon in the field. Can I keep it? And my mom was like, what the hell? Get that out of here. I did sneak a baby rabbit into our house that she told me I could not have. And I kept it in my bed for like 3 days and then it escaped.
Oh my God.
She found it. I also took it to Springfield and my family did not know. You can ask my mom about this.
I've heard that story.
I wrapped it in a blanket and was like.
Do you think if your kid had that, you'd know?
I think if my kid had it, I would. Because I'd be like, what do you have that blanket wadded up for, you sneaky little devil?
That blanket. Yeah. Same.
Yeah.
But again, I would 80s, 90s, they're like,
get in the car. We're going to Springfield.
You've got this wadded up blanket that you're being really weird about.
As long as it keeps you quiet on the drive, you do what you want to do. Yeah, no, they didn't know.
No.
But yeah. Anyways, speaking of children, I told you this already, but I feel the need to talk about it again.
Oh, yes.
I feel like as a parent, everyone warns you like, ugh, toddlers, they're little terrorists. Yeah. And then you have a toddler and you're like, ugh, they're mean, dang. And then people say like, yes, Crosby threw a shoe at me last night. She was pissed. And then you have people who are like, just wait until they're teenagers and driving. And you're like, oh, yeah. No one warned me about preteenish children and the heartbreak they will inflict upon you Like, I am so sad.
Okay, so you got stood up for
I
your
did
first
the
time
first time
by your preteen.
Yeah, so Carter, he'll be 11 in a couple months. So it was the first day of no school for the summer, like first day of summer, and so we had talked about
you had
like
plans.
Yeah, and he always says, I want to have a me and you day, and I'm like, yes, okay, because Crosby she's almost 4. I mean, she's at the age where taking her anywhere is like
Sucky.
I need to lay in a dark room after we're back.
Right.
So it's nice to just go with me and Carter. So we had this plan. So I get up and I get ready and I'm going to take Crosby to daycare and me and Carter are going to go to the lake. And he like rolls out of bed and he's
Grumpy.
always
Late.
Yeah. And he like walks to go outside, which he plays video games in the man cave is why he's going outside. And so I'm like, where are you going? And he was like, to play video games. And I was like, thought we're going to the lake. Like, you have to get ready. I'm almost done getting ready. You need to go get ready. And he was like, I didn't know that was today. And I'm like, yes, you did. We've had this conversation. You did know it was today. It's the first day of summer. Like we said, we're going to go to the lake and get lunch and shop and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And he's like, well,
I don't really want to.
I don't really want to go. I mean, it's new Fortnite season. And I told... And he like rattles off 8 kids' names. Like, I told them I'd be on. And then Blake said I might go swimming at his house. And I'm like, so you don't want to go? Not really. I was like, fine. We didn't go.
Yeah.
But I did go ahead and take Crosby to daycare. And I like go out there to be like, I'm taking your sister to daycare. And he goes, are you going to cry? And I was like, no. But yes, I did want to cry because he doesn't like me anymore.
I know.
I can like feel him doing the pull away.
Yeah.
Especially him because he was like such a mama's boy.
Well, you're now the meme that's like, I feel like I'm dating someone that's not interested in me.
Yes,
like,
that I'm
I love
like,
you. Have
I
a
just
good
want to
day.
hang out with
He's
you.
like, okay.
Yeah. And like he had one of his little friends over. He went swimming at his house and then they came back to our house to stay the night. And then last night he went to his house to stay the night. And he has no interest in like, us, me.
I know.
And I'm like, I know it's like part of it. You got to let him roll
leave
on.
the nest.
Got to let him go. But I'm just like, I just want to hang out. I just want to hang out with you.
I know.
Like you're finally fun to hang out with. You're not whining about, I got to pee 800 times or I'm hungry or blah, blah, blah. And they're like, well, you're embarrassing now, so don't talk to me.
Allie is 18 and she will be like, can we have a movie night tonight? And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, heck yeah.
And then she goes and jams herself up her boyfriend's butt until about 11 and then comes home and is like,
going to bed.
I guess, do you want to do a movie night tomorrow night? And I'm like, sure. And then the cycle repeats itself. And so now I just do what I want. And my favorite thing is when she does get butthurt and she's like, you went to Sushi House without me? And I'm like, yeah, I did.
Yeah. Like when we went, remember? Carter was so mad. He was like, and I'm like.
And Allie was too. And that's what I'm like, well.
We all have our own lives now, so.
Speaking of, there are people that do not like that we take a vacation without our kids.
And to those people.
To a place like we're going.
Yeah, well.
I'm like, can we preface it and be like, is it good? Do you really call it a vacation? I would call it a girls' weekend.
It's a girls' weekend.
Yeah.
We're gone 3 days total.
Yeah, that is not a vacation.
No, a vacation would be like a week in the Hamptons.
Yeah.
I don't know where the Hamptons is.
I don't have any interest to go to the Hamptons.
Yeah. Okay, let's back up though, because there was a time in our life when we both had very small children where we also were like,
yeah.
I could never. Yes, I can. Yes, you can. If you haven't done it, I feel like 1, it's your anxiety talking.
Correct.
2, the fact that it is like frowned up on for moms to have a 3-day break with their friends is just a pile of bullshit.
Yep.
I'll die on this hill.
Yes, because I want to know all those people that say, or all the women that say they can't leave their kids, can't go on a vacation, can't take a girls' weekend, blah, blah, blah. I want to know if their husbands go do
Anything.
guy shit.
Yeah.
Like, because my husband will pick up and go and do whatever, whenever. He's gone to many things without me. Like, it's
also, my husband travels for work all the time.
Yeah.
He just got back from
and
Brazil
it's
for a
work,
week.
but it's like they go like
It's work.
yeah. Okay. But
Lies.
like, I mean, my husband will go like they'll go to like a
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of sporting event.
Yeah.
But like
or
they've
like
gone.
my husband hunts.
Yeah,
He has
that's what I was
hunting
gonna
trips.
say. Hunting is
Yeah.
like you get to go do what you want to do when you want to do it.
And not a single person is like, ugh, I can't believe as a dad.
Yeah, that
You could
just
leave your kids.
right.
So, yeah, I don't know.
Poo
I
poo
don't,
on you.
Yeah. I don't care. I've learned that I'm going to do what I want to do. One, I want my son to know that when he is grown and married, if his wife wants a fucking break, she can have it and she deserves it.
Yeah.
And two, I don't want my daughter to think that her only role in life is mother and wife. And come for me, people. I don't care. They are my life.
Harrison Butker.
Yeah, but that is not my complete and total identity.
No, because
and when
just look at it now. When Carter's like, me, I don't want to hang out with you. You're sitting there like, I don't know what to do with my life.
that's why all these boomer women are sad and miserable and their kids don't talk to them.
Yeah.
Because they're like, they don't have anything else to do.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? When our kids are all grown and done, we're still going to Universal
Yes.
to look
In
at
our
Harry Potter.
motorized
Yeah.
scooter. Like,
We'll be the
"Look
people
at
running
this,
over your
Rita."
feet.
Yeah. Anyways, I don't know who Rita is, but
I don't know any Ritas.
I'm the Mary. You're the Rhoda.
Yeah.
No. Okay. So on that though, I do feel like part of mine with that started because I had a poopy sperm donor for my child in the beginning. And so like I had no like the thought of leaving her. And I just
understand
even
that.
with my current husband, I'm like, you got to make sure they eat and like go to the bathroom and like
I mean,
but then I know you
I also
said, like,
micromanage as well.
Yeah, as long as they're alive and fed and, you know, okay, which I'm like, I have to keep telling myself that.
Yes.
So don't think that we just like
No.
pack up and
We're
go
making
and we're
arrangements,
like,
where they're going,
Yeah, I'm
who's
like,
taking them,
yeah,
do they
I'm-
have clean clothes? Well,
Yeah.
my husband washes,
yeah,
does laundry
well,
too,
like,
so don't come
laundry's
at
on
me.
my list today.
Yeah,
I'm like, what's
but I'm
something
like-
easy that Dad can make that you guys
Yes,
want for dinner while I'm gone?
We've both already been like, we have to go to Walmart before we
which I'm
leave.
like, but does he do that?
No, I've already had Cole's already been like, when does daycare open? What time do I need? And I'm like,
saying. So when you are like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you leave your kids. Like,
believe it.
I'm like, I've done a mile
Yeah.
long list of shit before
We've got
leave.
everything
Like,
squared away
Yeah.
before we leave. And I'm like, I feel like, well, my husband and they're fully capable of
yeah.
keeping the children alive. And if
Yes.
you have a husband that you don't think is, there's a problem.
Yes.
And two, sometimes you just have to be like, you're going to do it. You can do it.
Yeah,
I
you
have
got
faith in
this.
you. You can do it. You created this child as well.
yeah.
Take care of
and
it.
that's what I was telling myself when I'm like, oh gosh, like I'm nervous and I don't know. And what if she overeats and throws up and I'm going to be nervous because she threw up and I wasn't here. But I'm like, if I can send Allie to several states away for the entire summer with a
Yes.
psychopath because I had no choice. Like,
Yes,
I
'cause
would be
the
held
court
in
ordered
contempt
it.
of court if I
Yes.
didn't.
Yeah.
I'm like, Ramsey can survive 2.5 days
Oh,
with
yeah.
Greer and Allie to boot.
Yeah, Allie
So,
is an adult now. She can help. I mean, legally.
I mean, yeah, I've pretty much bribed her. Like, listen, if you just be the mom
For 3
2.5 days,
Yeah.
I'll bring you some stuff.
I know.
And like,
I'll bring
you
you
can
some
take your
stuff.
vacation when I get back.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
do what you want to do.
I don't know. Like, usually the women who are mad are older. It's like the generation behind us, and they say things to me like, we did not. That's because you guys didn't take trips at all.
Yeah.
Nobody took vacations.
Yeah.
It like we as a family went on like 2 vacations my entire life. Where my kids and your kids, summer hits and they're like, where are we going? When's our vacation? Like they're used to it.
Well, that's what I was going to say. It's not
and they
like,
didn't take girl trips.
It's
and
not like we take a girl trip and our kids get nothing ever.
No.
Like they're spoiled little brats.
Yeah. My 3-year-old's already like, I'm ready to fly on that plane. And I'm like, okay. We like have mentioned driving and both of them are like, ugh.
Oh, driving.
I fly.
I want my first class
Yes.
and my
and I'm
peanuts
like,
and stuff.
So if you're like, oh, this poor, no.
Yeah.
No.
Right.
They get a vacation or 2 every year. We do the weekend trips.
I want to know if the people that also find it weird that we do this, like, would it be more like socially acceptable for them if we were doing like, we're going to a winery.
Spa. Oh yeah,
a spa,
100%.
A winery.
Because then
like,
you have people.
Kids can't go. Kids can't go to that.
Yeah, we can't take our kids.
Right. But because we're going to Universal, they're like, that's weird. It's weird. Get your
Let me set my can down.
get your soapbox to stand on.
I will die on this hill. I'll give you Disney. We did do Magic Kingdom last year, and both of us were like, wah, wah.
Yeah. I just want to pop into all the parks.
And be like, we've been.
I kind of feel like I'm doing my research for when it is time to take Greer.
And we have both talked about that as well.
And what to do and what's fun and the loopholes. And like, you can't just go in blind.
No. And our 2 smallest really aren't old. I mean, we could take them. But if I'm going to spend the money and take them, I want them to remember it.
Same.
I don't want to have to like schedule around like naps and whatever. I want them to be able to go and enjoy it and remember it and have the memories.
Allie went to Universal when she was
like 8 or 9.
I was gonna say it was the last time we went to Florida, like in the before time. I mean, we've been since then, but I mean, she walked and there was no strollers.
Yeah.
And
I don't want to have to worry about you getting overheated as a toddler.
Yeah, I don't want to have to be like, are you hungry?
Yeah, are you okay?
Just tell me when you need to pee.
Did you eat crap and now your stomach? Anyways.
Yeah.
No, but my soapbox is Universal is not for children. I'll die on this hill. It's got everything our childhoods were made of. E.T., Jaws, Jurassic Park, Harry Potter, like Gremlins, yeah. The Mummy.
Yeah.
All of it.
Yep.
For the most part, I would say is geared for adults and like the nostalgia of like the 80s and the 90s. And maybe early 2000s. There are kid parts. Don't get me wrong.
Like I think there's the Minion part.
Yes,
now.
like maybe Ratatouille.
Maybe.
There's the Dr. Seuss area, which we did not do last year
completely.
And I'm going this year because I've watched other TikToks about how the food is good there. So
but I was doing some like looking last night because I'm in like full on plan
vacation
mode. Like how
mode.
much crap do I need that I don't really need?
Yeah.
And one thing I kept seeing things that was like 20 things you need to have for Universal or 10 things or 15 or whatever. And so I'm reading all of them. And let me just tell you, most of them were for people taking in children. And I'm like, you have to have a backpack, a cooler, an arsenal of crap. I'm like, we legit get to have our ticket on our lanyard, our fanny pack that's got money, hand sanitizer,
sunblock,
and sunscreen.
That bees it. Some chapstick.
You want to know why we do that stuff without our kids? Yeah. Because we get to walk in with a fanny pack full of 3 things, and that's it.
We get to eat when we want. Even if we're hungry, we're like,
we push through it because we're like, we need to eat at this place over there, but we're gonna ride this before we. You can't do that with kids.
No, and I'm like, when do these adults decide they no longer like rides?
Yeah, I think they're lying.
I do too.
I think they're miserable.
I mean, I know you're not a huge roller coaster person because not because you're an adult, but because you're afraid.
Yes, because it's not because I'm an adult. Well, part of it is I have this little fear that I'm like, what if it tweaks something in my back that I can't?
Oh, maybe I can understand that reasoning though. But like, I love roller coasters. I have since I was a kid, and I love nothing more than to not have to be like, you watch this kid while I don't want to feel guilty for riding something and my kids can't. I want to just go ride it if I want to. It's fun.
Well, right.
Like, when did it stop? When did it stop being appropriate for adults to have fun?
When you became a mom,
the fun stopped.
Yeah, you have to just be a mom forever and do mom stuff.
No, Harrison Butker, I don't.
Your kid is ditching you. And so then when you get ditched, you're supposed to just clean the house and make dinner.
I guess. What a boring life. Yeah. No, thank you. I will ride the rides.
Yeah, and I'll
ride the rides till I do tweak something in my back and a doctor's like, no more roller coasters for you.
My favorite thing is going and getting them souvenirs. I love that.
I know, me too. And you get to bring them back.
They'd rather go? Probably.
Yes.
But I'm like, I tried to take a walk with my 18-and-a-half-year-old yesterday, and she couldn't make it up a hill.
Yeah.
She was like, I'm done. And I was like, I'm gonna walk to that tree down there. And she was like, okay, you can go.
Yeah, no.
And I'm telling you, like, we did that in California too when she went with us. And I was like, this will be your test to see if you qualify for Universal Studios Summer 2024.
You failed.
She dropped her phone in the toilet.
She did.
She thought the hotel was on fire when we weren't there.
Yes.
It was not.
Called the front desk to ask about Starbucks.
Hear her yelling
I can hear her yelling too.
She got how many tummy aches?
A lot. She had to nap numerous times.
She
cried at dinner for no reason.
It was because she missed her boyfriend, which I'm like, I get, but like, we're on a grown-up trip. Yeah. We're not missing our significant others right now.
No.
So
no talk of significant others.
And the short legs, like, we're keeping up. And I'm like, where is Allie?
Yes.
She is back there. Why? I don't know. But I'm like, her legs are the longest.
Yeah.
And
she's the youngest.
Yeah. So like,
the
keep
most
up,
fit.
Man. Keep up.
And she had a steady stream of Alanis. She should have been like the Energizer Bunny.
Nope.
Instead, she was narcolepsy
and
girl.
That's what I'm like. You couldn't make it up this hill because you're hot and you're tired and your anxiety is making your heart beat faster. And I'm like, it is for me too. But like, we got places to go.
We have limited time. We have 3 days to get everything done we want to get done.
Balls to the wall mode.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't have that mode yet, then you can't go.
Yeah. You need to train this whole year.
The money is not the problem at this point. It's your stamina.
Cold and rainy. It'll be hot there, and I'll get to ride rides.
It'll be hot like you were trying to walk up the hill yesterday and couldn't.
Yeah. Or Carter at the zoo. We were at the zoo for like 2 hours, and he was like, my feet hurt. It's hot. And I'm like, this is why you can't go anywhere with me. Because you can't make it.
You're not ready. And I know it's like, it's a mom-kid thing too, because honestly, my mother can work circles around me. She really can. Like, she can build shit and she can dig in a garden bed for a day long and not have a panic attack, where I don't have that. I am like,
I know.
My heart's beating fast. I think I'm overheated.
Soft.
I got to go inside.
Generation is getting softer.
Well, but that's,
I mean, I agree.
So yeah, it's a place you don't take your kids.
No. At least until they can hang.
Yeah, at least until they're 20 with their own job.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I want to take Carter one day.
I want to take
but
them both again.
I also, you have to know going in, and I've said this before, when you take your kids on vacation, it is not for you. It is for them.
Yeah.
You have to know going in, you're not having a good time.
So
this is our good time.
It is allowed to go somewhere that does allow kids in to be your thing, because if you go with your kids, it's for your kids.
Yeah.
So it is allowed, it's legal to go without your kids and it be for you.
Yeah.
And that's what we're doing.
Yeah. I don't see the big deal. I hope I never get so cynical that I'm like, a Disney adults, Universal adults.
I know.
You guys are sad.
I know.
It's
I'm like,
sad.
were you born with no imagination
I
and
know.
no like
Who hurt
funness?
you?
Yeah, like
I feel bad for you.
go home and watch the news then and read the newspaper.
And I'm
because
like-
I'm gonna be over here pretending like I'm not 39
Yeah,
and a 3/4.
Also, I'm like, those same people, I won't say the same people, but I'm like, it's totally acceptable, like you said, to go away and get toasted at like the bar for the weekend.
Yeah, or
and
if we were doing
let
a cruise,
loose.
if we were doing like an adult
Cruise,
weekend,
yeah.
like everyone would be like, "Oh, those silly girls, they're going
have a
on
good
the cruise."
time.
But now it's like we're stupid and you're
Yeah, you guys
wrong,
are-
and you guys are going to do that again. Yeah, we are.
And every year after, except
Until-
next year we're
yeah.
going at Halloween.
Yes.
We're gonna see the Death Eaters. Yeah. Anyways.
Okay. Also, something happened this weekend, jumping around. I told you, but the bugs, like I told you, the bugs, they're attracted to me. Mm-hmm. Okay.
The cicadas.
2 of them
2 of them?
on me.
I've seen.
No.
Maybe it's like mosquitoes. They just love
Yeah,
you.
that's what I'm saying. All the bugs, ticks, mosquitoes,
bugs.
spiders, just bugs are attracted to me. And I'm like, I shared a thing on Facebook this week before the cicada thing happened that was like, me, I can't wait till summer. And then it was like me in summer. And she steps outside and she's like,
Yes.
yeah. So
Correct.
outside this weekend, like on the deck, me and Ramsey, like we're all outside all weekend. Who gets a cicada landed on them? And I was like, oh my God, get it. Because it was like
They're
big,
large.
And it did its like noise before
Yeah.
it took off. Then I'm like, all right, I'm going back in. Like, ain't nobody got time for that dinosaur
bugs.
bug. So then a little bit later, I go back outside and one lands in my hair. And so I start beating my head and I freak out. And I also just got my
your ears pierced.
And so I slap the shit out of my ear and it hurts really bad and starts bleeding. And so I'm like, okay, the weekend
Done.
is done. The bugs are here.
Summer is
You'll see me carrying around a can of DEET for the rest of the summer. And I know it's poison and I'm sorry, but like the bugs,
I did
I'm done.
find, it wasn't stuck on me, but it was crawling a tick on me. I hadn't even been in the grass. I was in my paved driveway and I was like, what the?
I know. When we took our walk, I was like, dang it, I forgot to use bug spray. And I was like, do you think we should go back and get some? And Allie was like, I don't really think we'll get a tick in the gravel. And I'm like,
Debatable.
So I went back and got
Yeah.
the bug spray because
yeah,
I don't have time for Lyme disease before our vacation.
alpha gal.
Yeah, no. I got too much food
we
to
got
eat.
stuff to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did tell you I heard the cicadas like.
Yes.
Well, you hear them all the time
Yeah.
at night in Missouri, but we're sitting in the Dairy
They're
Queen
definitely
drive-through,
ramped up right now.
and there's like a fence and there's wooded area, and I was like, "What?" And I like roll Crosby's window down, and I'm like, "Holy f!"
yeah, they're loud.
That's the cicadas in the middle of the day, like.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like. Just a low, like buzz
Yeah.
roar. It's crazy.
I know.
But I will say I've seen lots of TikTok videos of them like covering a whole wall. It's
building.
not
Yeah.
that bad
No.
here.
Ugh, I feel like
But-
they're on me.
They're on you. Yeah, it's not that bad here yet.
I don't.
But yeah.
I like the noise they make, but I don't want them on me.
No, I don't want them to touch me either.
Nope.
Are we done? What are we at?
What's our time? 2 thumbs. What time is
That's
2
not a
thumbs?
time. I don't know. Is this
you-
a riddle?
I don't know. What time is 2 thumbs? Did you have something else?
I just had ranty stuff. Oh, there's my son. Now I'm up at 1:26. So cool. He's not going to bed tonight. Nifty. That'll be fun. The only other thing I had a couple, but I was actually getting stuff ready for our trip a little bit. Like I was sorting my laundry and like, I'm taking this, I think I'm taking that. Speaking of things that men have to be the people inventing, why are we not sewing in bra pads in sports
God.
attire?
I don't
Why?
know. I don't
What
know.
is the purpose? Someone tell me.
I truly don't know.
Because they all come out. I can't
favorite
shove them
is
back
when it
in,
folds up.
wad it up. It looks like your boob is squished in half.
Then when you get it unfolded and straightened out with your one finger for
when you're
30 minutes,
trying to,
and then it looks like your boob is shaped
like a wave.
Yes.
Why?
I don't know.
What is there a reason? Like, is there a legit reason why we don't sew them in?
I don't know what it is.
I don't either. But
It's stupid.
it makes me livid. Especially when I wash several things and they're all black and I don't know which one goes in what.
Yeah.
And if you put different ones in, then you've got, like different shapes.
Yeah.
Your boobs are different shapes. What is happening?
I don't know.
Why are we doing this?
I don't know.
Everything is complicated when you're a female.
It is stupid. That's like when
Really is.
when we pack for anything or for the
Yeah.
lake on the weekends. Ramsey's got his backpack and he's like, "Okay, I'm ready." And I'm like,
You're like, well,
Like,
I'll be
I
ready in
have
4
my
hours.
bathroom bag and my makeup bag and
Your
my
hair
clothes.
stuff,
Yeah.
your clothes, your kids' shit.
Yeah. And I'm like, what's it like to not have a face regimen to pack? Or
I know.
like, God forbid, it's your period time when you're going to
Gotta
anywhere.
pack the arsenal.
Yeah. Like 27 pairs of underwear.
Yeah, because you know you're leaking through that shit.
So stupid. Yeah. Cue the chafing and then
Yeah.
why?
Thank God neither of us will be on our
thank
period
God.
at Universal
I would
because
reschedule that shit.
misery. Hot, sweaty, walking
Yeah.
diaper. Hard pass. No. No.
Exactly. It's awful.
It's terrible.
No, never mind. I'll
Also,
cancel.
Do you like this color of lipstick?
I do.
You do?
Yeah. Is
Holy
it Wonder
shit.
Skin?
Yeah, but it's one I had ordered, but I never used because I usually like the darker, like mauvier shades.
I like
and
those
this
too
one
in the
is
fall
like,
and, like,
I just
winter.
sometimes feel like this is too like,
Pink or bright?
yeah, like pink for my
It looks
face
pretty
or
natural. I like it.
really?
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
good
I
to
can
know.
tell
I
you
think
got
this
something
one
on, but it's not like
not like in your face.
yeah. No, I like it way better than
I
that.
think it's beautiful. I wouldn't be sad if Wonder Skin wanted to just throw us some.
yeah.
I also have, I normally don't wear mascara, but I'm at the end of my lashes and I'm
Me
trying
too.
to keep them
Me
hanging
too.
on till
Right before we go.
yes,
The
I can put
same.
new
I
ones
did that
on
today too.
So I mascaraed, but I got when I ordered, I got the mascara for a free
Oh.
gift. I love it though too.
Really?
Yeah, I love all of their
Hey, if
stuff.
they're gonna send us stuff, I need some of that.
Yeah, the
spray.
activator, me
Yeah,
too.
I need some more of that.
Yeah, shout out Wonder Skin.
Yeah. Scissor Sisters, we like Wonder Skin, so give us some stuff, please.
Anyways,
All
I
right,
feel
well, the
like
next
Ramsey's telling
Yeah,
us
the next time we see you, we're gonna be
Tan.
fatter, probably.
ODEF.
I
I don't know. We may walk it off with our 30,000 steps a day.
It's true.
We'll see what
So
happens.
We're super excited. We'll tell you all about it.
We're going to be freshly vacationed.
That's right. We're gonna be sad that we're here.
That's
but,
probably,
you know,
I'll probably be pissy and be
yeah,
like,
we'll
this
be
sucks.
like, I hate
Real.
it here. I want to go back to Universal. I just
Yes.
want to live there.
Yes.
All right,
correct.
cool.
Anyways.
Peace
all
out.
right. See you next time.
Bye.